Yep. I feel like the mic is too loud. Is it okay? Do you think it's it's
Certainly lower.
okay?
Put it up a little bit for Allison because she has a tendency to step back,
Yeah.
which then puts her too far away.
Right.
But you use it in the more classic sense of
Being up.
right up to it.
Yeah. So okay.
So I'll listen to it, but I turned it down.
Okay. Okay. I think it should be okay now. Hopefully. If not, I'll just step back.
Yeah, but I can control it.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to Avat Shalom. Rabbi Matt Berger, joined today our soloist Michelle McNicholas. Down at the piano, as always, our accompanist Joy Katzen-Guthrie. I'll invite all of you to pick up the Siddur prayer book, Mishkan Tefillah, Dwelling Place of Prayer. And if you go to page 13, of course, you can also follow along right on the screen. You'll find the words in the lower paragraph, Yismechu Hashemayim v'tagel ha'aretz. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Now, we did this arrangement of Yismechu Hashemayim by Rick Recht a long time ago, about 4 years ago. So it's quite possible that it's new to just about everybody. So hopefully you'll get the hang of it and be able to join in. It has a nice tune and a nice melody. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. V'tagel ha'aretz, Yuram hayam u'melo. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. Yismechu, Yismechu, Hashamayim. Hashamayim. Any ladies who'd like to join us on the bima to help light the Shabbat candles, one for remembering Shabbat, one for observing Shabbat, and feel free to come forward. You'll find the prayer on page 2. We'll sing Debbie Friedman's Light These Lights.
Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you.
Let us light
these lights
and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. say Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who housed us with his vote, commanding us to kindle lights of Shabbat.
So I'll say Yashar Koach to all those gathered here. Thank you so much for bringing in the presence of Shabbat this evening. Right on the screen, you'll find a special prayer for Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim Sor Yisrael V'Golo. Join me. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, shield the state of Israel beneath the wings of your love. Shelter it with your canopy of peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Bless the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces and all who stand guard to protect our people. Keep them from all troubles and injury. Secure freedom for all those held captive by the enemy. May they find strength and courage of heart. We're now going to sing Lecha Dodi, Come My Beloved. You'll find the words on page 20 and 21. We'll be singing the first, second, fifth, and right before we get to the ninth and final verse, where we ask the Shabbat bride to symbolically come in peace, we'll rise and face one of the doorways. And we'll be singing this to Simon and Garfunkel's Scarborough Fair. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kahala B'nei Shabbat Megabla Lecha Dodi Likrat Kahala B'nei Shabbat Megabla
Shamor v'zachor b'ribor echad Yishmeyonu el ha'miuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad V'shem u'tiferet v'litilah
Shabbat lechuvenecha ki mekor haberaka mirosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'mashvatila Adonai alayhi for our final verse. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, ga b'simcha sola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi ligran chala, v'nei Shabbat tekabla. Lecha dodi ligran chala, v'nei Shabbat tekabla. Feel free to be seated. We'll continue now on 26, Words of Praise, the Chatzir Half Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, b'yom divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, uv'yizman kariv, v'meru amen. Yeheshmei Rabba mivarach, le'olam u'malmei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal, shemei d'kudesh abrichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbichata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma v'yimeru amen.
Let's rise for the next part of our service, Shema and its blessings, which begins with the call to prayer. Let's continue together on 31, Ma'ariv Arvim, for creation. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. And words of love, you'll find right on the screen. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, with a great love you have taught us how to live with meaning, through mitzvot, sacred memory, celebrations, and Torah. They are the light of our eyes, the essence of our being. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Let's sing Open Up Our Eyes. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one.
Open up our eyes. Teach us how to live.
Teach us how to live our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. And we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Amen. Feel free to be seated. We'll continue with the words of Yehafta, English arrangement. Love Adonai, your God. Love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise, and when you rise. You'll find the words to Mi Chamocha, who is like you, on page 40. We'll first read this arrangement of our prayer for freedom. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Mi chamocha ba'eli Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'eli Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, norati lo, oh say Felek, norati lo, oh say Felek. Mi chamocha ba'eli Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'eli Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, norati lo, oh say Felek, norati lo, oh say Felek. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Join us in a prayer for shelter and protection, the Hashkivenu, page 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Lehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us between thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, Let's rise now for our standing prayers, the words of the Tefillah, which begin on page 46. And once again, for our second prayer, for strength, we'll be singing the prayer for falling of dew.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh Hakol V'Zocher Chasdevot V'Imahot U'Mevi Gula Livnei Bneihem L'man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Hoser U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Leoshia Morid HaTahal Mechaker Chaim B'Chesed Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Givurot Umidom Elach Melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman hatalech hachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Feel free to be seated. After that prayer for holiness, we'll continue with blessings 4, 5, 6, and 7. First, for the holiness of Shabbat on page 55. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Words of Avodah or prayer found on the bottom of the following page. Blessed are you, God, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai HaMachazir Shechinato Litzion. Praising a God of goodness, the words of Hoda'ar on 59. Baruch atah Adonai Hatov Shimcha Ulcha Na'eh Lechodot. And finally, our prayer for peace, Shalom Rav, you can find on page 60. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Ra, Yisrael Amka, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Ra, Yisrael Amka, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim. Let's now turn to our prayer of healing, Misha Berach, which you can find on page 253, as it traditionally takes place right in the middle of the Torah service. We'll call to mind and to heart those in Israel who are still recovering from wounds and injuries, physical or emotional, along with the following individuals in our community and beyond: Joanne Beeman-Fiddleman, Charlie Burke, Hope Brown, Tina Bruns, Larry Kane, David Chazen, Charler Chang, Judith Cohen, Heather Felser, Harry Fleisch, Mitchell Freifeld, David Freelander, Myron Graff, Don Hirschman, Jim Howard, Kathy Howard, Phyllis King, Esther Klein, Peter Leaders, Irene Lipensky, Jerry Longerich, Alex Perez, Marnell Pluchok, Michael Ranzino, Joey Rettler, Joanna Reverson-Neves, Linda Roberts, Stephanie Ross, Marilyn Satinoff, Babette Schoenfeld, Angie Sermanis, Jeff Stark, Grace Tribbiano, Greg Tribbiano, and David Wolstein. If there are any other names you'd like to add?
Misha Berach.
In 1942, a rabbi named Ariel David Fastag, a cantor and composer from the Mozitz Hasidic sect, was crammed onto a train with hundreds of his Jewish brothers and sisters on their way to the Treblinka death camp. In the crush of the crowd, he began humming a quiet melody to the words of Moses Maimonides' 12th principle of faith, Ani Ma'amin, I believe with certain faith in the coming of the Messiah. After some time, the melody caught on and the music spread throughout the train car. It was a song of hope and resilience in the darkness of the night. Rabbi Azriel, sensing that the end of his life might be near, asked that the melody be passed on to the leader of the sect, Rabbi Shaul Yedidia Eliezer Taub, who lived in the U.S. Not only that, the rabbi promised half of his portion in Olam Haba, the world to come, to the one who succeeded in keeping this melody of Ani Ma'avin alive. Within moments, as the story goes, 2 Jews jumped from the train. The first was killed immediately, but the second managed to succeed, eventually teaching the song to Rabbi Taub, who then shared it with the rest of the Jewish world. With this melody, Rabbi Taub said, Jews march to the gas chambers, and with this melody, Jews will march to greet the Messiah. To this day, Ani Ma'amin is performed at Holocaust memorial ceremonies throughout the world, and it was sung yesterday afternoon at our Community Yom HaShoah commemoration that was held at the James Museum in St. Petersburg. I joined area clergy and many community members to read the names of thousands of Jews who perished during the dark years of Nazi terror. Since 1942, this beautiful melody has been a symbol of hope and faith. Ani Ma'amin, Ani Ma'amin, Ani Ma'amin, Ani Ma'amin, Behumana Shelema, Behemuna Shelema, Im Koze Achake, Bechol Yom Shayavo, Im Koze Achakelo, Bechol Yom Sheyavo. On Yom HaShoah, Jews throughout the world remember the young, the old, the innocent who were killed because as Jews during the Holocaust, they were different. We remember what happens when evil hardens the heart and humanity fails to see that everyone is created in God's image. We remember the survivors and the survivors' families who witnessed pure evil. We remember the courage and compassion of Jews who treated each other with dignity when no other human beings behaved as human beings. And we remember those who cried out even though the world was not listening, as well as the righteous of the nations who saved many lives, even if these actions put them at grave risk. The Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel wrote, "Never shall I forget that night, the first night in camp, which has turned my life into one long night, 7 times sealed. Never shall I forget that smoke. Never shall I forget these moments which turned my dreams to dust. Never." It's been nearly 80 years since the Holocaust or Shoah. Every year on the 27th day of the month of Nisan, just 1 week after we celebrate Passover, and 8 days before Israel and the world celebrates Yom HaAtzmaut, Israeli Independence Day, we fulfill the sacred obligation or mitzvah to call to mind the 6 million Jewish souls, among many others such as Roma, homosexuals, and gypsies who perished because of sinat chinam, baseless hatred. We commemorate acts of heroism, such as the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, and we offer prayers of praise, such as the Mourner's Kaddish and El Malei Rahamim, God full of compassion, to remember the souls of the victims. To be sure, the message of this day resonates far beyond its conclusion that happened yesterday at sundown. It's a call to confront anti-Semitism and hate in all its forms, and it reconfirms our commitment to ensure that the next generation will understand the true meaning of the motto, never again. This week in Poland, 30 ambassadors from the United Nations joined Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, as part of the March of the Living program. He noted, while Auschwitz was liberated in 1945 and the UN established shortly thereafter, hate still exists to this day. Back then, Jews witnessed the swastikas. Now we see the kafiyas. We see the hatred against Jews around the world, and we have to stand up strong. There is one major difference. Today we have our own state, Israel. Today we have our own military, the IDF. And today we control our future. That's what we're saying to these ambassadors. The emotions that can well up inside when visiting a concentration camp are real and visceral. I, like many of you, have probably been to many Holocaust museums. I've been in ones in Massachusetts, California, Illinois, Texas, Georgia, Washington, D.C., here in Florida, and Yad Vashem in Israel. But my visit to Dachau 31 years ago near Munich, Germany, was perhaps the most meaningful because you see the barracks that housed our Jewish ancestors, where they fought to stay alive. And you see the crematoria used to carry out actual genocide against our people, not the so-called genocide the ill-informed talk about regarding Palestinians. As we well know, words matter. Words can hurt and words can heal. And hateful words, if they're repeated long enough, cast very long shadows. During a recent performance at Coachella, an annual music festival on the West Coast, an Irish band called Kneecap projected a series of very hateful messages that accused Israel of genocide and condemned U.S. support for the Israeli military. Then the group led the concert-goers in chanting, "Free, free Palestine." A Jewish singer and songwriter named Peter Himmelman rightfully accused the group of manipulating the crowd. He writes, "This was a carefully curated theatrical event in which Israelis, and by extension the overwhelming majority of Jews around the world who support Israel, were being labeled as genocidal. As adept songwriters, they understand how history rhymes, and they might even understand how dangerous these rhymes can become when everyone is shouting and no one is thinking." The Tribe of Noah, it's an Israeli nonprofit following the massacre. It was founded after October 7th, commented that Kneecap's performance was deeply painful and invited the band to tour the Nova exhibition, which is now in Toronto, to better understand the tragedy. Healing truly begins with listening. And even those who have spoken from a place of hate anger, or misinformation do have the capacity to develop empathy, but only if they're willing to open their eyes and truly see. Every year on Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, thousands of participants walk the solemn path from Auschwitz to Birkenau during March of the Living. This is an image of UN Ambassador Danny Danone at the entrance to the camp of Auschwitz with the words, "Work shall set you free," a bitter irony there. It was a remarkable group of individuals that joined this group of ambassadors, men and women who survived the Holocaust because of the rare, extraordinary courage of strangers, along with survivors who, as children, were hidden in attics, convents, forests, farms, and basements, some of whom were smuggled out of ghettos and baskets, or even given new identities. Others were even passed into the arms of righteous Gentiles who said yes to desperate parents when most of the world turned a blind eye. Perhaps some of these ambassadors who marched this week will look at Israel's current situation and struggle against the evil of Hamas with newfound openness. Perhaps the musicians who spread hate at Coachella will turn over a new leaf. Then again, they might ignore the passionate entreaties of Jews who simply want them to learn. But one thing is certain: Jews will always be hopeful, Jews will be resilient, and Jews will always fight for our homeland. And Jews will forever carry the melodies of hope, such as Ani Ma'amin, I believe with perfect faith, in a better tomorrow. We say, Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of those who perished in the Holocaust shine ever brightly through those of us who remember, and through those of us who understand the power of words that can hurt and the power of words that can heal. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue now with the words of the Omer, counting the Omer. You'll find the prayer on page 278 in your prayer book. You can also follow right along using the screen. Taking my handy-dandy Omer counter in hand, we're going to move it to the second week and sixth day. As throughout the 7-week period, we're going to be in multiples of the sixth day, today being the 13th. Feel free to join me in the blessing. Hineni muchan zuman lekayim mitzvat aseh Shel Sfirata Omer. I'm ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. This is the biblical measure of dry grain or barley that was bound in a sheaf. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al Sfirata Omer. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom shlosha asar yom, Shehem Shavua Echad V'Shishi Yamim La Omer. We'll continue now just 4 pages ahead in the prayer book on 282. Any gentlemen who would like to join us on the bima to help open the ark, feel free to do so at this time. And we'll rise to offer the words of the adoration together.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula l'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kigeuye haratzot,
free to be seated. Let's say Yasher Koach, well done to our dynamic duo here. You'll find the words to Kadisha Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish, on 294. First, offer our prayers in memory of Pope Francis with billions of people around the world. We also think about families in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning. We fondly remember Jeffrey Berman, husband of Geraldine Berman, Carl Greenbaum, husband of Sandy Greenbaum, and on Sunday we think about the recent death of Adam Pluchak, son of Marnell Pluchak. His funeral is on Sunday. We also mark yahrzeit anniversary of passing of loved ones. On this Shabbat, we remember the following individuals fondly: Anna Barr, Max Berman, David Bloom, Anna Castillo, Marie D'Alessandro, Jonathan Friedman, Irma Friedman-Kaufman, Ida Gordon, Rachel Morningstar Hoffman, Priya Khanna, Morris Klein, Herbert Kotler, Betty Raskin Kotler, Evelyn Levy, Douglas Manning, Esther Miller, Rabbi Milstein, Abraham Perlman, Lawrence Platt, Seymour Rubin, Charles Salzberg, Goldie Schaefer, Madeline Solomon, Samuel L. Stein, Helen Tamber, Seth von Posnack, Stanley Weinstein, Harold G. Wenig, and Gian Zisman. Are there any other names to add for yahrzeit? We say, Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of these good people continue to be a blessing in their loved ones' lives as we rise to offer the words of Kaddish praise together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei al-maya, yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shemei d'kudashah b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace in the heavens cause peace to descend on us, Israel, and throughout the world, as we say, amen.
V'imru, 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 amen. V'imru, 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 amen.
Feel free to be seated. You'll find the words to the Shabbat Kiddush, blessing over the fruit of the vine, on page 5. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nishanu mitzvotav v'ratzav banu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uratzon hinilanu zikaron le'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom tefillah l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim ivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'olim Ahava uvratzon ihaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Say
Amen.
L'chaim to life.
L'chaim.
Teens in the sanctuary, it's time for your challah. And we'll chant the Motzi together. Gonna draw out that chord there. Very important. Amotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
Pleasure to call forward Elise Silver, representing leadership of our congregation, to share some important Shabbat upcoming announcements. Here you go.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Friday. Many thanks to Rabbi Matt, Michelle, and Joy for leading a wonderful service, along with our tech team. We have Barbara and Sophia, and our greeters, Lillian and Bill. Got it? Elections for the World Zion Congress, which allocates $1 billion annually in Israel, conclude on May 4th. Vote reform using the QR code or the ballots in the social hall. Rabbi Matt will cover the admin fee for paper ballots. Strengthen Israel's defenders by supporting the Golani Brigade. Our brotherhood, in partnership with the Jewish Federation, is raising funds to equip their training gyms. Brotherhood's book club discussion, I might butcher this, Ravon Fenton's Goyhood, a novel, will meet for breakfast at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday, April 27th, with the author joining via Zoom. Very exciting. Later that day, our former accompanist, Tim Berman, will present a concert of original music at the Jewish Congregation of Venice at 3 p.m. Calling all high schoolers. Join Emily Bernstein from ADL this Sunday at 6 p.m. at the Jewish Federation of Florida Gulf Coast to learn strategies to effectively respond to anti-Semitism and anti-Israel rhetoric. RSVP for a college campus climate discussion about combating anti-Semitism with Dr. Rebecca Pincheski from Alums for Campus Fairness. That's on Tuesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. Next Friday, May 2nd, join us for an Israeli-style dinner here at our temple and celebrate of our Jewish homeland beginning at 6 p.m., followed by services at 7:30. They gave me a lot tonight. The Jewish musician Noah Aronson will highlight a Yom HaTzot Israeli Independence Day concert at Congregational B'nai Israel in St. Pete, with prayers for our Jewish homeland and great food. Following services tonight, we hope you all will join us in the social hall for our owning Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Elise. And Dr. Pinchevsky, who will be speaking about the climate on college campuses. She's coming from Southeast Florida in person, so hopefully we'll have a Great turnout for that. For the Oneg, you'll also see cake and some special cookies, as my son Avi's birthday is on Sunday. We're going to sing Am Yisrael Chai, people of Israel lives. Amen, amen, Am Yisrael Chai, amen, amen, Am Yisrael Chai, amen, amen, Am Yisrael Chai, amen, amen, Am Yisrael Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Amen, amen, Am Yisrael 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 Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Oh, Rabbeinu Chai. Shabbat shalom, one and all.
Shalom. Thank you.